Okay, now we gotta fight the creepy Native Americans. Out of context, that sounds awful, but I promise you it's true. These guys are creepy. Have you seen them without their masks on?
I don't know where you got Native Americans. Oh, those... Hey, this is Nintendo before they became culturally sensitive.
Culturally insensitive Nintendo.
Yeah, this... I don't even know what type of culture they're trying to provide here.
I have no clue. I know that's supposed to be Shy Guys, but they just don't feel Shy Guy-y. They feel very...
It's supposed to be like an Asian, like, type of culture. I don't know what the mascot. I know in like India they wear like masks on the back of their head when they go into the jungle to ward off tigers.
Maybe it's like a Tusken Raiders thing.
Maybe. Honestly, that'd be pretty dope.
A Tusken Raiders ghost in Nintendo. The crossover we didn't know we needed. The Book of Luigi instead of the Book of Boba Fett.
Also, yeah, the Book of fucking Boba Fett. Fucking shitty ass scooter race starts.
Oh god, don't get me started on that show.
Oh my god.
It had so much potential.
Like, I mean, from the Mandalorian, the fucking... Okay.
But that was the problem with the show, because it had
character.
Mandalorian in it.
Yeah, no, they tried to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Dave Filoni and whoever the fuck...
They need a fire.
Got scared. I feel like they all got scared to try something different because, you know... Star Wars was supposed to be the big thing for Disney, and then it fucking crumbled.
But the thing is, they are trying something different with that new trilogy they're cooking up. Like, each is like in a different time period.
I hope they do good.
I would love to see the first use of the Force. I think that would be a cool idea, which is what they're doing.
I've always felt like they needed to do a quick clean slate. Because I don't think... Like, I mean, that sequel trilogy, holy shit, was it a disaster.
Force Awakens was good. I think Force Awakens
was actually decent.
But that's what made me mad. They had something going there, and then they completely abandoned it.
I feel like people really do rag, and it does have its problem. Rey should not have been able to use the Force actively.
No.
And, like, fucking beat Kylo Ren.
Like, literally, like, Sith lightning.
Like, literally... She fucking, in the first movie, Force pulls a lightsaber, which is fine, but she wins a duel with Kylo Ren, who fucking destroyed the Jedi Order, who has been trained by Luke, and I'm assuming Snoke.
Oh, yeah.
Has bested shit tons of Force users.
And we later find out Snoke was being controlled by Palpatine. So technically Palpatine trained him.
That was not even set up.
Not well, no.
That was like Snoke's dead.
It's because they ditched J.J. Abrams in the sequel. They should not have done that because he did the story for the first one.
They should have done that. They did. I have a theory. They tried to do the same thing they did with the original. They tried because they switched directors for the second.
Yeah, George Lucas didn't direct the other two.
No. Yeah, they changed it for some reason. It was like freak accident.
Because George Lucas doesn't know how to direct a movie. Have you seen Phantom Menace?
I love his ideas.
He's brilliant.
An amazing story.
But I don't think
he's brilliant with ideas. Yeah. He doesn't know how to direct though.
No, not really. Except for the action scenes. I think the action scenes that he directs are
I feel like
fantastic.
If Steven Spielberg didn't refuse to direct the Phantom Menace, I think it would have been amazing.
Yeah, because you would have just had him as the story.
But then he refused it.
Because he didn't like the script.
George knows all the ideas. He knows where he wants the general idea to go. Like, I mean, the fucking prequel on its own is a fascinating story of corruption and
it just wasn't
slow
executed
decline
well.
Of the Jedi Order and Republic. It just wasn't.
Because we didn't see enough of it in the Phantom Menace. We didn't see anything of the Jedi Order until the very end.
No, not even until the very end. And also, you just kind of got the feeling that the Jedi weren't set up properly.
No, especially Mace Windu.
Mace Windu kind of came off as a dick.
Oh yeah,
because they literally had they got like some type of confirmation that this child is the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
The one who, in their minds, will destroy the dark side forever. That is what they had in their minds, and they were saying, "No, we don't need him."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if
Half
you
of
have
it
a
was
Force
his fault
child,
now that I think about it. If you think about Mace
and
Windu.
even like the age was not a good reason, because he had the highest fucking Force shit in the entire like universe at that time. Like, he had the most fucking midichlorians. Oh god,
Yeah.
I talk about something fucking fine.
He was jealous.
He was jealous.
Because he goes on set, like, Anakin has said multiple times that he's as powerful as Mace Windu and as wise as Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So that means, like, Mace Windu is, like, one of the most powerful. But
Honestly,
then again, he
it
doesn't
would
do
have been
shit.
better if Mace Windu was more seen as, like, I feel like he would be best as the reluctant figure, or...
Oh yeah, Sam Jackson is not a good choice for a Jedi Knight.
I think it would have been like the Jedi. It would have been better if we saw a debate in the council saying, "Yes, he's the most powerful person." Like, he might have too much connection to the outside world.
I think he would have been a good,
And
like...
eventually...
What was that character in Obi-Wan? That was like, he was pretending to be a Jedi.
I'm sorry, Obi-Wan... That was another bad...
I
bad
didn't
project.
mind the first couple of episodes.
The first couple of episodes were alright.
But then plot holes start showing up.
Yeah, plot holes
Like
start showing
that,
up,
oh
like,
my god, I can't believe, I can't tell you
Inquisitor.
how many times I rewinded the scene where Darth Vader grabs the ship, pulls it down, disables all the engines and stuff, and then just starts, like, ripping the walls off. But then he sees another ship take off, and doesn't do the same thing. Like, it was, like, in his... He saw it when it was, like, same distance as the other one that he grabbed.
As well as, when you look at The New Hope, you get the feeling Leia has never met this man before.
Exactly.
But, like, literally, he saved her life. Like, you would think she would still remember that.
That sister bullshit was not planned in A New Hope. It was not. I can tell you 100%.
That was not. It was not. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Because George didn't even know he was going to get a sequel. Like, he thought it was going to flop.
Oh, yeah.
He actually bet that
because it was just Star Wars. It wasn't called
it was
New
just
Hope
Star
or
Wars.
anything like that.
I think it was like Star Wars, the Smuggler...
No, it was just Star Wars.
It was just Star Wars.
Yeah, because if you look at the original opening...
Knew it was going to be...
If you look at...
If you talk about... If you take away all the story and shit, and you pitch this to a fucking boardroom, you talk about wizards with laser swords, a fucking fascist empire, because this wasn't too far off from when, after the Second World War, everybody still had feelings about Nazis and shit. A fascist empire who commits mass genocide, and a fucking kid destroys it. Like, when you talk about Star Wars as like an idea, without knowing it's Star Wars, it sounds like something that doesn't fit in the time. Because that was what, 70s?
77.
When it, like, went into production? Yeah, it was 77. You're talking about the 70s.
Yeah, CGI not a thing.
Like, you don't think of like this CGI shit. You don't... War wasn't popular because of the fucking Vietnam War. Like,
oh yeah.
70s you wouldn't think would be the time where this would come out. But it did, and it made fucking round.
Yeah.
Like, no one knew it was going to be such a success. And honestly, I feel like it fucking set up for modern movies.
Oh yeah, Star Wars is definitely like a foundation
Because
for
Star
how
Wars
fantasy movies should go.
Yeah. As well as it opened up the idea of CGI. The CGI was...
There was no CGI in Star
It's a little
Wars.
bit wonky at some time. Was there?
No, because it was 77. They didn't have CGI yet.
No, they didn't have...
It was stop motion. It was either stop motion or just something
yeah, it was stop
practical.
motion or
Green screened.
practical effects. And then Disney went in and fucking CGI'd the shit out of it. Which, I mean, fair enough.
Well, remember, Disney did not own the prequels yet. And that was a CGI
No,
fest.
when did they do the when did George do, like, the CGI thing?
Prequels. Everything was CGI.
Yeah, he started doing the CGI stuff prequel. Well, I mean, no. The original Star Wars Jabba the Hutt was like a normal guy.
When they re-released it, they made him CG.
Yeah, no, they made him CG, but like in the original release, he was just some normal guy.
Yeah. And you can tell, like, when you rewatch it, when Han goes behind him, he, like, jerks up for a minute because, you know, there's a tail there.
Yeah, and he's stepping on the tail.
He's stepping on the tail.
Which, I mean,
but you can tell that was edited.
It isn't terribly noticeable, but when you know, like, that wasn't Jabba the Hutt in the original, it kind of makes sense.
And then they had to make him CG in Phantom Menace for some reason. They literally made everything in that movie goddamn CG.
Yeah, they went a little bit overboard. I think they brought it back with the third movie. I don't think it was as much CG.
Oh, everything in the prequels is CG. Everything.
I know everything in the prequels, yeah. But I feel like they kind of, like, used less CG in, like, the last...
Yeah, because Attack of the Clones, there was nothing to do in that movie. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, no, there was no set design. Like, the entire fucking thing was CG, obviously.
It was boring, too. Nothing was happening.
Shit. Literally...
Like, Anakin was on a farm most of the time, too.
The only things I watched in Attack of the Clones when I was young...
The Coliseum.
Was... No, this is what I only watched. I watched the Bounty Hunter chase.
Okay, yeah.
The clone facility stuff. And then I skipped to the stadium and then the Attack on Gears stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only shit I watched. I skipped all the love scenes. I skipped everything.
Yeah, because it was all bull. It was boring.
And Phantom Menace...
Pod Racing, only good scene, and Duel of Fates.
Pod Racing and Duel of Fates.
That's it.
That's the only thing you need to watch.
That's it. It's working!
And then the third movie
it's really working!
The third movie is like the only movie where you...
That was actually a good movie.
That was actually pretty damn good. Like, the fucking betrayal. Like, I still have a feeling that George just wanted to make the third one and made the...
Yeah, you can get that feeling. Like, he just wanted to make it. Because you can tell...
But I mean, it was such an excellent... The heartbreak, the betrayal. Now, the clone shit didn't make too much sense.
It made zero sense. But Order 66,
but,
you still feel it till today.
Yeah.
Like, it's
now
powerful.
that it was explained with the chips.
Because you've never seen any of these characters before, but you understand the importance.
Like, I mean, the Kenobi and Cody scene before they invade the planet, you get to, like, you tell they have, like, fucking bond. Like, they are good friends. And it's heartbreaking when you see them, like, and you just see Cody just turn like that after he gets the order and just says, blast them.
Execute Order 66.
As well as, like, the Purge. Fantastic scene.
I will say
like, the
Palpatine reveal was like, oh no, really?
Oh no, really? Are you kidding me? The guy who's been dropping hints for like the last...
The guy that looks like the guy we've been seeing is that guy?
It's a little bit silly.
It's, yeah. Because didn't they say Palpatine's name in Return of the Jedi? Wasn't he named Emperor Palpatine? Like, did they name drop him as Palpatine?
He was literally just called the Emperor.
Wow. Oh, I haven't seen Return of the Jedi in a while. That's another Star Wars movie that's low on my list. I don't really care for it. I thought, like, the first act was insanely slow.
I feel like everybody kind of, like, dogs on the Ewok scene. It makes sense to me because, A, I know how a guerrilla force can really overwhelm even a modern military force. As well as the armor of the stormtroopers was made to repel blasters, not physical weapons. So I understand why the Ewoks really did dominate that battle.
Yeah.
Like, they had more of the advantages, they had home field advantage, they had all the...
That is the only thing I didn't really like about Return of the Jedi, is the first act is incredibly slow.
Yeah.
Everything about Jabba's palace is just slow.
It's very slow, and then it picks up really fast.
Exactly, yeah. Once Luke gets his, like, lightsaber, and then he falls in the Sarlacc pit, like, that's when the movie kicks up, finally.
Yeah. It's when it, like, ticks up. Like, once... Like, you see, oh, they all meet, they all get together. It's definitely the weaker of the original.
Oh, definitely. Out of the first 3, or the 7, or out of 4, 5, and 6, 6 is definitely the worst.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's just out
It's
of
not
those.
terrible.
No.
It's not like
I've seen worse Star Wars
fucking-
movies. Rise of
oh,
Skywalker.
yeah. It's not like 10. It's not episode 10. But
No.
it's not the greatest.
I still
could've
can't get
been
over
better
that goddamn
for the
movie.
last. Yeah.
I
it
liked
could've been
Leia's
better,
death, though.
but-
I loved Leia's death. That was the only good thing in that movie.
Leia's death
Because you feel...
should have happened.
Because it was his fault. And you can feel it on his face.
Yeah.
He knew it was his fault.
It would have been better if, like, we had him do the bridge scene during the fucking 10th movie.
Yeah.
If the bridge scene happened, where, like, everybody died, and you just have a scene of him just, like, getting used to the idea, I just killed my mother. Because he knew he killed his mother. Or he at least thought. And not do some forced bullshit where she pulls herself back and she's...
Oh, that was bull. That was
add
like
weight.
Superman level
Actually
stupid.
add weight to the movie and say, yeah, we just killed one of the main characters in a meaningful way. Not the Han Solo way, where it was fucking embarrassing. But in the way where he actually killed someone he really did care about. Do that. And, like, just have a scene of him just getting used to the idea that he did that. And get him used to, like, all the shame.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who loved him. Would have been better.
Yeah, there's so much you could say about the new trilogy that it just... You can't sum it up in 10 minutes. Like, it takes an hour to tell you what went wrong with the new trilogy. They shouldn't have switched directors, that's your first problem. They should not have switched directors and then brought the other director back for the last one. That was another red flag. If they wanted to switch
There's a lot of
directors, they
errors.
should have just kept with that switched director. Because there's so much retconned. Like, it's insane how much you see retconned.
Yeah, no, it's like he, like, just decided not to, like, follow through.
Because they got, I think they got, the guy that directed Knives Out to direct, Last Jedi. And do the story as well. Which, if you think Knives Out and Star Trek, they don't mix.
No.
Why would you get someone who did Star Trek to do the first one and then switch up the guy that did Knives Out to do the second one, but then go back to Star Trek after that? Like, I don't get your plan here. What's his name? Rian Johnson. He directed and wrote, did the story
Ryan Johnson,
for...
yeah. Yeah, this... I saw what he was trying to do.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work because it was already an established universe.
There was already a set-up universe. He broke the rules of the universe.
Yeah, and retconned a bunch of things that people actually enjoyed in the
No,
other
like,
one.
he legit broke it. Like, the light speed thing through shields, that's not supposed to happen.
That was bull. That was actual bull.
That was bullshit.
They can track
Because
us through
if they
light
had the
speed.
ability to do that the entire time, take an X-Wing, go through the Death Star.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
Granted,
it
that would
fucking
sacrifice
ruins
a
the
lot.
original series. But you're sacrificing one ship to take out a fucking movie.
Oh, you're
If
talking
they
about the
retcon it
kill.
by saying-
Oh, you're talking about the kill. I thought you were just talking about the tracking through light
Yeah.
speed thing.
No, the tracking through light speed thing is also.
That's yeah. That's
But I mean,
what
I'm talking about the kill. That's not supposed to be able to happen because it has shields. In the Star Wars universe, shields are supposed to be able to resist the fucking ship imploding.
Um,
And then they retcon it by saying, "Oh, they didn't want to do it because it was illegal." The fucking Rebel
And,
Alliance
like-
is a rebel cell against the Empire.
what was the chick's name that was like
The general not
yeah.
telling about her plan.
yes, that
to evacuate?
threw me off, man.
That was.
pissed me
I have
off.
actually watched military people, like someone who studies military history and how you would run a military
And what-
successfully, and like.
I mean, I understand like where she was. Actually, I
What?
don't really understand where she was coming from, but
No, she wasn't coming from anywhere because
No.
that was like the higher ups. They were all trusted.
And
you don't tell them, hey, we have a plan. We're not just...
Not only that, but you're not telling your best pilot.
Your best pilot, your entire command staff.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. They have no idea, and they don't even know who this lady is.
But
they just heard that
Poe's actually coming up with some really good ideas.
Yeah,
that's what even threw me off more.
Plan to turn off the tracker. Like, use a guy who they know and turn it off. Like, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Sacrifice a couple people to turn off a fucking thing that distracts you, and they escape.
And her sacrificing that meant nothing to me. Just saying.
No. No one liked her. She meant nothing.
She meant nothing to me.
She was a fucking character we didn't even know existed.
Exactly.
I mean, it was just weird.
Yeah, so much went wrong with that goddamn trilogy.